Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. Over 100,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hey there, everybody, and welcome to another Sports Podcast. I'm Joel Anderson.
I'm Jordan Pomaville.
And joining us, as always, is the Sports Outsider.
What? I couldn't hear you because you were
Phil.
whispering. Yep.
Ranta.
That's what it would sound like if I was being announced by an idiot. It was a good impression of an idiot, Joel. Well done.
Yeah, I really tapped into that one.
You did.
I'm method. Is what
Really?
I-
You've been method for 30 years. You idiot.
All right, you two. Play nice.
I'm sorry. He's an idiot.
See any games this week, Phil?
No.
Did you play any games this week?
I did. I played Tecmo Super Bowl, but we're not going to do a Tecmo Super Bowl update, watch update.
Oh.
Because Febreze stopped paying us, and their guy
mother-
died. But it's up on the internet. YouTube.com/comedypodnet. You can see game 1 with the Detroit Lions.
All right. I always like starting an episode with shameless promotion.
Yeah, spoiler alert. They play the what's more racist mainstay, Washington Redskins, in the first week.
Oh, how about that?
See how I do.
And tune in to last week's episode just so you can hear all of the Febreze drops end to end.
Yeah, it's
we
at the
put
very
all
end.
of them on there as a memorial for the guy who did the Febreze
very
drops.
nice.
He died. It's very sad, and we cannot remember what
We've
his
already
name
gotten
is.
lots of great feedback about that. People are like, oh, it's so sad. Oh, where's this funeral? And we're like, haha, fuck it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
I was
well,
thinking of a new segment we could do
Yeah?
instead of the Tecmo Bowl update, watch update.
Ooh, do
'Cause
tell.
Basketball's over, hockey's over. I was thinking I could do a segment. I'll find a sponsor, probably socks, and it was going to be called Only Baseball.
Okay, let's
It was
do
called Jordan's Only Baseball, and it'd be like there'd be one that would be like American League Origins when the Western League became the American Association. So that's like part 1. And I'm gonna talk about
so
the
it's
double.
like Ken Burns?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna talk about balks. I'm gonna talk about double switches.
Yeah. It's like Ken Burns, but without all the boring pictures and visuals.
Yeah, no,
Instead,
it'll
there's
just be
boring anecdotes
it'll
about
be-
baseball.
But we'll get a sponsor. But like I told you, it's probably gonna be socks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's something to think
Yeah,
about.
if you want to get that going, I'll start looking for sock sponsors. I'll put Gene on it.
Yeah. He's pretty good. I think it's Jean.
What?
No, it's pronounced Gene. He's
Yeah,
French,
he's
but
French,
he goes
but
by
it's Gene, yeah.
But yeah, so we should mention, since the last time we recorded, both the NBA and the NHL finals completed.
Yeah.
NBA title awarded. Miami Heat win.
7 games, they win.
Yep.
Game over, man. Game over.
Yeah, and, I mean, I wonder if LeBron was sweating because he, we had him on. Remember, he was talking about his the victory party.
Right.
Well,
And that was in the middle of his season against the Pacers.
I have on good intelligence, good intel that they're the 6th NBA franchise to win 2 consecutive NBA titles, and the
Whoa.
first to do it without really even trying.
There you go. That's a good record to hold.
Yeah,
That's great.
Very first to do it, and they're well on their way to 8 per LeBron's prediction.
Whoa.
Yeah, and Red Arbox Ghost still thinks that's really fucking cute.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And also the NHL came to a conclusion.
Yeah, the Blackhawks won
Yeah.
in
Chicago?
dramatic fashion.
Yeah,
Hey,
Blackhawks were
bratwurst and watch the Blackhawks.
trailing by a goal with like a minute and 15 seconds left.
Yeah.
So minute and 15 seconds left. Bruins really look like they got this one in the can.
Looks like it's going to Game 7.
Chicago scores. Ties the game up.
Whoa.
Now Bruins are going, uh-oh, now we're probably going to have to play overtime to force Game 7. 15 seconds later, Chicago scores the go-ahead goal.
Wow.
And this is in Boston in front of their fans. So all these
so
poor
the Bostons were like, I parked my car up my rear.
people, pretty much.
They were pissed.
This
so
would have
put
been like
their
a
car-
They
gut
all
punch.
described
I
where
cannot-
they put their cars. That's how upset they were.
I cannot imagine what it would be like to go from we're probably going to win this game to our season is over and we just lost the Stanley Cup in like 20 seconds. But
Well-
that's what happened to him.
Yeah. Sorry, Boston. Sorry,
worst
the bad
thing
things
that has happened to Boston.
No, I can stop you right there. Let's go on. What's on the podcast today?
Well, we got news.
Hey, that's always good.
We have an exclusive interview, and he wants to come on here because major media outlets, I think, don't want to give him his due.
Yeah.
We're going to have Aaron Hernandez on. And
That is right, folks.
He's going to
Aaron
clear
Hernandez,
some things up.
Patriots tight end. A lot of people think he's responsible for the murder
Whoa.
of Odin Lloyd.
Yee.
This is a big story right now. He's considered, I think, a suspect, but he has not been arrested. There's been no warrants.
He's
but
absolutely a person of interest.
He's absolutely a person of interest.
A POI.
This is his first time addressing the media in any form since this story broke.
And we got no
bringing it to
spokesperson. There's no PR guy here.
Absolutely.
It's
He
just
is here
Aaron.
on the Sports podcast to speak his mind about what happened. This is a huge get.
Go, Gene.
A huge
He did
get.
it.
Yeah, Gene pulled this one off.
And then we also have Kris Humphries.
Chris Humphries.
Doing his Hollywood and sports crossover reporting.
Yeah.
I believe he titles this segment "I Got the Poop."
Yeah, I
We
still think he needs
cannot-
to change that segment.
Yeah, that's a
I
terrible segment name.
Don't like the branding on that.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
hear about his poop.
But every time we try to talk to him about it, it just seems like he winds up just going off into his own world.
And Phil, we have one of our final 23 weird sports.
You're goddamn right we do.
All right, let's get it started.
Yeah. News on the Sports Podcast with Jordan, Joel, and Phil.
News.
Good.
Bubba Watson chokes on the final holes of Travelers Championships, gets Catty with his caddy.
Whoa. He better watch his meowth.
I'm so pleased.
Yep.
Bubba Watson, real name Gerry Lester Watson Jr., had a 2-stroke lead on the field at this past weekend's Travelers Championship. And on the 16th hole, he hit his first shot into the water and yelled at his caddy, Ted Scott. He goes, water. It's in the water. That club? Yes, the water. Passive-aggressive.
Blamed it on his caddy?
Uh-huh.
He was
What a
feline pretty
jackass.
cranky. Feline pretty cranky.
On his next shot, he hit it past the green and yapped to his caddy. So you're telling me that's the right yardage? Passive-aggressive double meow meow.
Whoa, kitten's got claws.
Isn't the whole
Scratch,
point
scratch.
of being a golfer that you're hitting it to the right place?
Yeah.
How is the caddy's not swinging the club? Why doesn't the caddy just
Well,
go, hey, you swing too hard,
The caddy
jackass?
punched his wife right beforehand. That's the one part of the story they left out.
The media doesn't want to report that. No, players look to their caddy as a wartime consigliere.
Yeah.
Who offer advice on what club to whack with.
Yes.
He finished the hole with a triple bogey and would go on to finish 2 strokes out of the playoff. Ken Duke won the Players' Championship and treated his caddy to a back massage.
Ooh, purr.
But Watson has not done well since his 2012 Masters win. Reporter asked him about it afterwards, and he said, "Don't try and make me look bad." The reporter responded with, "You're wearing a fucking visor." And meow to you, too. He later apologized via Twitter, picked the wrong club on the 16th hole, but it was still a great week thanks to the fans and travelers for another great tourney.
Well, that was
No
nice of him.
apology to his caddy?
None to Ted Scott, the hurt caddy and all
Oh,
this.
is he like a Gil from The Simpsons? He's like, oh, here's your club right there. Oh, jeez.
Something like that. No,
All right.
How great is it? There's a Bubba in sports, and it's in golf.
and he's
That's unexpected, right?
and he's not American.
Yeah.
He's from. Is he Australian? Or is he from the UK?
I thought he's from the UK.
Oh, there you go.
Doesn't matter though. Like, I mean, are there Bubbas over there? I really thought Bubba was an American thing.
It was a very specifically
Yeah.
American thing.
Thought it was our
Definitely
name.
Louisiana, Alabama area kind of name.
Yeah.
Bubba.
Arkansas as
Boom.
well.
Yeah, Arkansas.
University of Central Florida.
What was that,
I'm
Jordan?
gonna try it again.
Yep.
University of Central Floral?
The University of Central Floral Arrangements. University of Central Florida paints it black.
Oh, I've seen a red door. You know what I wanted to do? Paint it black.
Yep.
In the latest
No color anymore. I want to paint it black.
In the latest attention-seeking move of a college program, the UCF Knights have made their basketball black top to emulate. I'm sorry.
What?
I need to start it.
What is this story?
They painted their basketball black? What
No,
happened when
they
play at
painted.
night?
Oh my God, no! They painted their basketball court black
Oh.
to emulate an outdoor blacktop court.
That's weird.
Like Boise State's blue field turf,
I hate that fucking turf.
Eastern Washington's red field turf,
I haven't seen it, but I officially hate it.
and Nicki Minaj's purple field turf.
Whoa! Play ball.
This move was thought of as stupid by adults, cool by kids, and there was no punchline there, just Nicki Minaj. Recently, other basketball programs have decorated their courts to make them their own. Oregon's court is covered with a dense forest of Douglas firs.
Ooh,
This is
very
true. This is
nice.
true.
Yeah.
Long Beach State has palm
Do
tree
they have
designs.
to dribble around the trees?
Although they're on the court, they're like shadowed in.
Oh, so it's not actual
it's
trees.
not like
Not
there's trees
I was about to say, I
away.
would start watching games Oregon played at home because that, to me, I mean, that would add a real wrinkle.
There
to the
should be
basketball
more
game.
obstacles, like
Yeah.
a basic training in the military kind of obstacle
Yeah,
course.
like a double dip, like a rock and jock. What
Yeah.
you're
Right,
describing
like
is rock and jock.
jock.
And
Yeah,
like
where
how,
there's the
how
100-point
quietly
basket.
you could dribble would matter because you'd be like, I'm guarding the basket, I'm guarding the basket.
And
What?
there's
He's behind me. I
snipers
didn't
in the
see him through all these
trees.
trees.
Yeah.
The coach would have in the halftime speech, he's like, guys, out there, you're missing the forest for the trees.
Boo.
George Washington has has shadows of monuments, including one that looks oddly phallic. George
Ooh.
Washington University's court.
Look out.
You mean the Washington Monument?
That's correct. And Florida International's new floor is going to be painted like a sandy beach. You can see the designs online. Obviously not good for our viewers at home, but it's basically like a beach towel design.
Nice. I like
waves coming in and a panther in the center of the court.
it. Ooh, a panther.
Why
A
is
panther
there,
at the
why
beach.
Is, why is there a panther at the beach?
Beach Panther!
Those are the Florida International Panthers.
Hey, if you guys want to listen to my beach rock band, the Beach Panthers, that would be awesome. Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, pretty
It's a bunch of Dick Dale covers.
Yeah, exactly.
Some ventures.
And the Deltones.
Northwestern once thought about going with the purple court, but pulled back and only did the three-point line and outside the key in the color purple. Cal State Bakersfield went all blue in 2011 to try to give anyone a reason to come to Bakersfield.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
Ooh, meow
Fail.
myself.
Didn't
Meow
work.
myself.
I've
Meow.
been to Bakersfield. Holy crap, does it suck there?
It smells, too.
The color may be the perfect way to make a splash in the new conference, the American Athletic Conference, which is, of course, the corpse of the Big East. And
What?
What?
The corpse of the Big East.
Yeah, that was the former conference.
Oh,
Now they've become
geez.
We've talked
something
about
else.
it on the show, Phil.
It made me think
Also,
of
the
Skyrim.
court will evoke a feeling of an outdoor blacktop basketball court, which would be nice because when you're watching a game at UCF, you then know that you can go outside, go down a few blocks, and maybe see a better game.
There we go.
Oh!
In their faces. They must be terrible at basketball.
All right, I'm pleased with this one.
All right, cool.
Vanderbilt football recruiting unborn children.
Oh, Vanderbilt. Does it have good breeding for Vanderbilt?
Subheadline: Most uncommitted fetuses still do not have Vandy in their top 3 schools. It's a recruiting joke. Vanderbilt is a great institution of higher learning, but in the world of SEC football, the school is a laughingstock whose very existence is sad and laughingstock-like. So,
A word that was invented by the rest of the SEC to describe Vanderbilt.
So with moving to the ACC off the table, head coach James Franklin has to do some outside-the-box things to create interest, and most of all, build the Commodores into a winner.
All right.
He has done some attention.
The Vanderbilt Commodores?
Yes,
Snobby pricks.
right. Well, they're Southern, so they're Southern gentlemen.
That sounds
good
so
old-
snobby.
Well, it's because Vanderbilt was a Commodore. Commodore Vanderbilt.
Oh, I
Built
thought
a
they
school.
were talking about the computers. Not as snobby now.
You would. So he said some attention-grabbing things in a recent interview with the Tennessean. That's the paper of record in Nashville, not to be confused with the Tennyson, which is a monthly e-newsletter about the goings-ons and happenings of former poet laureate of Great Britain. Spoiler alert, nothing. He's dead, and with them, the Victorian age.
Did you
Are
just
you
make-
listening, PBS?
Is this a Tennyson joke?
It is.
Did
I
you
love
make
it.
a Tennyson
Hey,
joke?
you leave him alone. It was funny.
No, I
To
was just
strive,
really
to seek,
proud
and not
of
to
you.
yield.
I was wildly proud of you
Oh,
for
thank
being
you.
so learned.
yeah. Go, Black.
Thank you.
Good show.
You should go to
Good
Vanderbilt
show,
and become a
Mr.
Commodore.
Oh, they wouldn't
with
have me
your,
there.
Tennyson jokes.
Bully.
Head coach James Franklin told the interviewer, if I see a 6'6" man walking in the mall with his wife, and she's 6'2", and she's pregnant, I'll go up and offer their unborn child, Franklin said. I'm not exaggerating. I do that all the time. If I go to speak at an elementary school, if I'm out at a restaurant, we kind of have fun with it. It's about developing a relationship with people. It's about getting them connected with Vanderbilt. It's about making people laugh and telling a story and having fun. It's about having a sense of humor and not being some robot coach I don't want to be.
I just love that he's like, oh, no, I'm just kidding. But seriously, give me your baby. Give me your baby.
In recent years, the college programs have started offering players as young as 13, and actually back in April, this coach, James Franklin, actually offered a 7th grader.
What?
Yes. And considering this is the ACC and many young college football players already have children of their own, a better strategy might be offering them instead of walking up and down the streets of Nashville looking for couples with a specific body type.
Yeah.
Hello, miss. You look pregnant. Also, you look like you could be a left tackle.
Oh, that's just mean.
But James Franklin has had success. He's actually guided the Commodores to 2 straight bowl games. Last year, they went 9-4. Finished in the top 25 of the Associated Press.
It's working!
Who would have thought the day would come?
Man, when am I going to have a fat, burly baby?
We're happy to have in the studios today Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez. Aaron, we know you're looking for a chance to clear your name after being named a potential suspect in the murder of semi-pro football player Odin Lloyd.
Yeah, we want to thank you for coming on, Aaron.
Yeah, it wasn't me. The coppers got it all wrong. I'm innocent.
Really, Aaron? Because it seems like much of your behavior since the incident has been extremely suspect.
Yeah, I mean, Lloyd's body was found in an industrial park less than a mile from your house. Your neighbors reported hearing multiple gunshots at 3 a.m. the night he went missing. You smashed your cell phone and security system before the police could see either. You hired a cleaning crew to scrub your mansion clean before the police could search it.
Nah. You don't understand. I got an airtight alibi.
Really, because I think all of America would like to hear it.
Well, you see, I come home and find out that my dear friend Odin has gone missing, and I'm furious because I know he was coming to see me. Thing is, I know Odin loves to play in dirt, just dig around, burrow, but sometimes he goes too far and gets himself in trouble, so I'm worried that maybe he dug himself into a hole that he couldn't get out of.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, even if we were to believe that wouldn't explain the multiple gunshot wounds.
Then get this. I'm home, I'm walking down the hall, distraught to hear my friend Odin is dead when I slip and fall, and my cell phone flies out of my hand across the room, crashes into my security system. Both are destroyed so the coppers can't see the security footage, and text you when I spent the night at home alone, studying the Bible. Yeah, that's it.
This is a real stretch, Aaron. I mean, what about the cleaning crew?
Oh, yeah. Well, I heard the coppers were on their way over, and I wanted my place to be sparkling clean when they got there.
Because it wasn't?
Oh, yeah. There was mud all over everything.
Mud, like from an industrial park.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, yeah. No, not at all. No. Mud like from a fishing trip, like the one I did the night that Odin was killed. Died, like the time that he was not killed but died.
Okay, you just said that you were at home that night studying the Bible.
I think there's more to this story than meets the eye. I mean,
Tell him, Aaron. Tell him how I was Odin's girl before I was your girl and to date you up.
who is that?
Mitzi, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to stay out of this. Yous and Odin were fighting over who got a bigger share of the loot. Mitzi, can't you see I'm busy?
Ma'am, we're recording?
How did you get in?
No, I'm not letting you get away with this. You can't do nothing. Yeah, but I can. Cold clubs.
Hello?
What do I want with a private dick like you?
How did you get in here, sir?
Why are you wearing a trench coat in Los Angeles in June?
You and Odin were fighting. Fighting over Mitzi, but fighting over who got a bigger share of the take from the big job. What big job? I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Stealing the Sicilian Pelican.
The what?
What is going on?
I never heard of it. I don't know what you're talking about. You darn well do. The gig is up, Hernandez. I had a talk with the chief of police, and he was plenty interested in the fact that Matt the Rat claims he saw you leaving the museum the night the statue went missing. I never should have trusted that guy.
I mean, his name is the Rat.
I mean, do we not have security or even like a receptionist?
It's A-Rod.
A-Rod is our receptionist. God damn it.
You're going away, Hernandez. I almost got away with it. Mitzi, will you wait for me? I don't know, Aaron. Me and Cole got a thing going. You bitch! How could you? I'm out of here. No cell's gonna hold me. Stop! You can't run for long. Cole, baby, wait for me.
Huh. Wow, okay, so that was Aaron Hernandez,
Yeah.
Patriots tight end and fishing enthusiast,
Yeah.
as well as
Mitzi.
his female companion, and some sort of private investigator.
Cole Clubs.
Cole Clubs. Yeah. A little alliteration in that name. What just happened? I got no idea. I really had high hopes for that interview. Coming back to the podcast, well, one of our favorite guests. So glad to have you back on. It is Kris Humphries here to talk, where entertainment, gossip meets sports.
Where entertainment, gossip meets sports. This is Kris Humphries, and I got the poop on Hollywood.
I really don't like that.
You don't like that saying?
But let's not dwell on it.
I'm glad you got my intro right too, where you say that I got the and I stutter a little bit.
Yeah.
That's how I like it to be said.
Okay, well let's jump right into it. The biggest story in entertainment this week is the birth of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's baby. As I'm saying it,
yes,
oh my God,
you should realize that you're saying it. That's really.
So,
that is my ex-wife.
Sorry,
you
Kris.
shouldn't say it with so much enthusiasm. If you said it with a little compassion, maybe.
No, I was happy to have him back on. I thought we'd finally correct our past mistakes, and now I feel terrible.
To be honest, I was very surprised when you came to me with this assignment for the. I think this is time number.
Why
4
don't you
or 5.
say something?
Because I'm just excited to get the poop. I want to get as much poop as possible and put it on your podcast. I want this podcast to be covered with "I got the poop."
That's Kris. And
thank you.
We
Thank
appreciate
you,
your
I
enthusiasm.
got so much poop this week. You guys are going to be excited to
I
hear
could
it
have had
all.
you on a couple of weeks from now when you wouldn't have to report on your ex-wife's
I'm just
child
happy
with
to
another
have
man.
this job.
I want to replay this segment again when we talk about naming the segment. I want to
Yes.
replay
I
this.
got the poop. Yes.
How did we arrive at that one?
I'm going to get to my news now.
Yeah,
Kim
what do we-
Kardashian gave birth to a baby girl whose name is Northwest, not the direction, but the name, on June 15th at Cedar Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what her middle name is?
East?
I was going to say by
South.
north.
North by west?
No, by north.
North by northwest. That's an Alfred Hitchcock movie. That's funny.
Oh, wow.
I enjoyed that joke.
This is a surprisingly
That's
shrewd
funny.
reference to pick up on for you.
No,
Kris.
they have a commercial right now on for the
Okay,
Alfred
yeah.
Hitchcock collection, and it's hilarious. There's a guy running through a field with a plane shooting at him. That didn't really happen. So the baby was born 3 weeks prematurely, but it was a healthy 4 pounds and 15 ounces, which is approximately 194 pounds less than the mother weighed.
Oh,
Wow.
Kim did not take to that pregnancy well, but I'd still hit that.
You would, would you?
I would.
Yeah.
It would be fun. I had a great time those couple weeks we were married.
I bet you did. Man.
Yeah, she let me
Yeah.
see her naked parts. It was good. But sources do say that being a whore makes you give birth to babies prematurely.
Whoa!
I don't know that that's
Kris.
true.
This
Kris.
is hard reporting. I got the poop. I've got the evidence.
I don't know that that's
No,
evidence.
I got
I don't
evidence
know
to
if
back
this segment
up.
is just a way for you to take pot shots at your ex-wife, though we are extremely sorry that we continue to ask you on at a time when...
Well, here's some factual evidence. She did not weigh enough to break my KFC record of 8 pounds.
Wait, what do you mean?
No, to clarify, I'm comparing the baby's weight to the amount of chicken I could eat, because I would never eat a baby.
Okay, all right.
Right, yeah.
I don't think that needed clarification. I think I was just...
Oh, I thought you were confused. I thought you thought I was going to eat a baby. I was just
don't
talking
think
about my love
anybody
for
thought you were gonna
KFC.
eat a baby.
absolutely not.
Because the Colonel is a little cartoon now, and he dances and eats chicken.
That's right.
It's funny.
All right. What else can you tell us about Kim?
Do you know that fat bastard from Austin Powers 2 ate babies? He was like, I'm going to eat a baby. I'm from Scotland. That's what he sounded like.
That is
But I think if you're
hard reporting from
You
Kris
know,
Humphries.
You know what? When I was sneaking into the hospital
Right.
so that I could get the poop,
Yeah.
I thought that there was a special celebrity ward of the hospital.
Really?
Yeah, I got to visit it once. And sources are saying that it's where Kanye proposed to Kim after welcoming the baby into the world.
Oh my goodness. So they're probably gonna get married, I guess.
Yeah, Kanye also cheated on the mother once more with a porn star he disguised as a slutty nurse Halloween costume. So she blended right in at that hospital because they all dressed like slutty nurses.
Again, sorry, this must be hard for you.
What? No, it's not hard for me. I'm getting the poop.
I think you're.
I've got the evidence. I saw it with my eyes. That's evidence.
Well, I mean, can you tell us? Do you have any other information on their wedding, or?
They're planning their wedding in September in Paris
Okay.
because that's where you get the best deals. I'm gonna pitch a new segment. It's called Kris Humphries got the poop on value. I got value poop. Have you seen those Priceline negotiator commercials where Big Bang Theory talks to Captain Kirk? Man, those are funny. He's like a secret agent, except he gets deals.
I mean, what can you tell us about
Wait a second, you can't fly with a baby that early.
Priceline negotiator. I was dead, now I'm alive, Big Bang Theory. That's what the commercials say. Hey, Kanye knows values too. He didn't have an engagement ring to give to Kim, so he gave her a rare black diamond to celebrate the birth of their daughter. Which some people would say a gigantic black diamond is an omen of witches and death.
Who would say that, Kris?
I just did. I'm some people too.
All right. I worry that you're using this segment to just kind of air your frustration.
I'm not airing frustrations, Jordan.
Okay.
This is my chance to show you all the hard reporting I can do while Kanye's banging slutty nurses and cheaping out on diamonds.
Okay.
All right? So their daughter has a nickname already.
What's that?
The nickname is Nori.
Why would you want a nickname?
Because they're stupid. And that nickname is stupid. And that daughter's going to get spit on with a stupid name. They're already ashamed of calling her Northwest, and they realize it, so they're like, we'll just call her Nori West. And they're like, that's still stupid.
Yeah, it sounds like a sushi place. Nori.
Yeah. Hey, Kim is breastfeeding. And you know what?
What?
She loves it.
Does she really?
Yeah, she loves it because she's not happy unless someone's gnawing on her nipples.
Oh, jeez, Kris.
Yeah.
I'd heard
Especially
she's
people
not.
she's only known for a couple days. Like the baby. She'll get sick of it soon. She's going to start getting rid of that baby soon. If I know anything about Kim.
I don't know, Kris.
Did you know that Kanye also talked to Jay-Z about starting a family?
Oh, he did? So
Yeah.
Maybe that's what made him propose?
Yeah, now during that time, Jay-Z had 100 problems. Also, Kanye talking his ear off. Yet another problem.
Okay. Well, I mean, can you tell us anything about what their family life will be or what their setup's going to be with the baby now, where they're going to live, what's the residence?
Oh, if I had to guess, I would say they live in a giant-ass mansion with cameras everywhere.
Right.
Saying, turn the baby's head, get another shot of the baby. And they're like, oh, the baby's in a neck brace. They're like, turn the head anyways. Because producers of TV shows are mean.
Are they going to continue doing their reality show even after the birth of the kid?
Yeah, it's going to be called Keeping Up with Northwest. Which is very easy because it'll just be laying on his back for a year. Keeping up with it is going to be easy. You just have to stand over it. And go, you were supposed to be me and Kim's baby, Northwest. You were supposed to be me and Kim's.
You haven't actually done that, have you? Stood over the baby and say that?
That was another week of I Got the Poop with Kris Humphries.
Well, thank you very much, Kris.
You want to hear what my favorite commercial is?
What's your favorite?
The Yo Quiero Taco Bell dog. For you, the listeners of Sports Podcast, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. I personally recommend a wonderful book called The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Joel saw the movie. He said that it was okay. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. Again, that's audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network for your free audiobook. And now it's time for another Weird Sports! Weird Sports.
Every time he does that, I get more and more worried he's going to pass out.
I didn't.
Give me that weird sport, Daddy-O.
This week's Weird Sport, you cool cat. Goalball.
Goalball?
Goalball. Goalball. Blah, blah.
One word or two?
One word.
Sounds like?
Goalball. It sounds like blah, blah.
I thought you said gold ball.
Goalball.
And I was like, oh, the only sport more expensive than polo.
Oh, you're going to feel really bad about making fun of it, Joel.
Wait,
You ready
what?
for this? Goalball is a team sport designed specifically for blind athletes. Originally devised in 1949 by Austrian Hans Lauritsen and German Sepp Reindl as a means of assisting the rehabilitation of visually impaired World War II veterans.
How's it assist their? I mean, if the ball keeps hitting them in the face because they can't see it.
Oh, that's even more offensive.
This weird sport seems more like a heroic gesture.
Yeah, see? You would think that, except do the math. Made by an Austrian and German in 1949 to help visually impaired World War II veterans, they were helping Nazis.
Oh,
They were helping Nazis. It's a
I
German and
thought it
Austrian.
was U.S. vets being helped by a German and Austrian, so they were like, "Here, we're gonna play goalball. It's gonna help you with rehabilitation. Don't move." Boom. Ah, son of a!
Some would think that, but
Aha! We got you! We got you!
if it was devised by an Austrian and a German in 1949 to help World War II veterans, they were not. At that time, there was still some tension between the Allies.
Well,
and
to
the
be fair, it does not. They might not have been Nazis.
right.
Lots of the German army was just regular German dudes. They were not
Right.
like
It was just
adherents to
my
National
parents
Socialism.
made me join the army.
Yeah,
Was
and
what
by
they were
parents
all.
you mean the dangerous police state.
Right, the SS. We're the baddies.
Yeah,
Right? International Blind Sports Federation, which is responsible for a range of sports for the blind and partially sighted, is the official governing body of the sport. The official governing body.
How many different sports are there for blind people?
Oh my God.
Who's
so
the
many.
official overseer?
Boo. You guys, I don't know if you're mature enough for this weird sport. Should I stop it now? And this week comes to an end.
No.
No?
No.
I was going to stop it. I wasn't sure if you guys weren't
I'm
mature
really
enough.
intrigued to hear about how. I mean, obviously you can't play with a crowd because if there's cheering, they wouldn't be able to locate the ball.
This comes to an end another.
No, come on.
Okay, here are you guys ready to be good?
Yeah.
All right, goalball gradually evolved into a competitive game during the 1950s and 1960s and was eventually nominated as a demonstration sport at the 1979 Summer Paralympics in Toronto. The sport's
The
first
79 summer pairs. That was a good year.
That was
Yeah,
a good
It was
year.
a really good year.
Summer Lovin' having a blast. The sport's first World Championships was held in Austria in 1978, and goalball became part of the Paralympic program, with an E at the end, from the 1980 Summer Paralympics in Arnhem onwards. I don't know where Arnhem is.
Arnhem.
No.
Arnhem. That's
How do you play this game, Phil?
All right, I'm going to get past all this boring history and get into the essentials. All right, you ready for this? Rules. The rules are all just infractions and penalties. Let me get to the court and ball. Here we go. International Blind Sports Federation rules require that the field of play be 18 meters long and 9 meters wide. Not so long, not so wide. Goal
But really,
span-
you can put them on any sort of surface. They won't know the difference.
Yeah, Joel, they're blind. They're not like Tommy. They know what day it is. They know who Jesus was and what praying is, so they know how to be saved. That was a song from Tommy. Goals span the width of the pitch. The court is divided into 6 even sections, 3 by 9 meters. At either end, just in front of the goal, is the team area. Beyond that, each team's landing zone. The middle 2 sections are referred to as the neutral zone, though this is a misnomer, as players may not cross the center line into the other team's half of the neutral zone.
How do they enforce that?
The blowing whistles.
How does anybody know if it's happened?
Joel, they can still hear
Do they
things.
use those shock collars that you put on dogs with invisible fences?
That comes to an end.
No,
Okay.
no, please.
Okay, all right. You ready to behave again?
Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry.
All right, the lines in the court are made by placing tape over the lengths of twine. This makes the line both visual and tactile because they're blind. The team's area and landing zone, including the boundary and goal lines, are always marked this way. Furthermore, the team has 6 hash marks, 3 in the front, 1 on either side, and 1 at the goal to assist players with orientation because they're blind.
Like rumble strips.
Yes, like rumble strips in case they wander too far. The ball weighs 1.25 kilograms, which is almost 3 pounds, and has 8 holes and noise bells contained within. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
Not laughing.
The noise bells help them because they're blind. They need Joel, shut your mouth. The noise bells are necessary because they can't see. Joel, how would you feel if you couldn't see? You'd stop trying not to laugh.
Wouldn't
and
have
just
to look
don't
at your face anymore.
Oh.
This comes to an end.
come
Okay,
on,
all right,
Bill.
we'll keep going. The ball circumference is about 76 centimeters or 30 inches.
And it's got like holes in it,
Yeah, it's got holes in it.
like a wiffle ball.
Yeah, there we go, except it's big and heavy. To score, a player must roll or bounce the ball down the length of the court, past the opposing defenders, and into the opponent's goal.
Goalball.
Jingle,
Yeah,
jangling
you hear the
whole way.
jingling, and you have to like run and stop it.
Okay.
Do you get a
Yeah.
lot of teammates running into each other?
Oh, Joel.
That's a legitimate question.
You know what? I watched a little bit of it online, and they're very good with orientation of each other as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
They probably talk to each other a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Okay.
probably like, like Daredevil. Their other senses are enhanced, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like Daredevil, they can see infrared.
Do they?
Can't blind people all see infrared? All right, typically the player with the ball will stand, orient himself using the tactile lines, sounds of the teammate, and other crossbars on his or her own goal. The player will then stride forward, lean low, and roll or sidearm the ball down the court. They freaking throw it fast, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's people diving to stop it. Looks like volleyball, except they're a bunch of blind people. Jordan, you almost laughed. It almost came to the end. Another weird sports, but it didn't. All right, the defending players stay within the team area, generally in somewhat staggered positions to avoid collisions. When they hear the other team throw the ball, they lay out. That is, slide on their hips and stretch their arms above their head and extend their legs to cover as much distance as possible. The objective is to simply keep the ball from getting past with whatever part of the body the player can get in front of. This is really cool to watch on YouTube because they're all like little hockey goalies. They all like at the same time all like spread their body. When they hear the Joel, don't you laugh, you son of a bitch. Don't you laugh. They spread their bodies like they're all goalies, except it's a giant goal and they don't know who the ball is about to hit. 3-pound ball too. If that hits you in the face, you're hurt. And they're not expecting it.
Well, they are.
Well, they can hear the jingle jangles, but
Yeah.
They know it's coming.
they know it's coming, but they want to block it. That's the purpose
Right.
of the game. All right, we should probably get to the infractions before you guys get any more offensive. There's a premature throw, which we all, as males, have experienced more than once.
It's happened to everybody.
If you throw the ball before the official has called play,
How
Does
could
the
you mess
official
that
say it like
up?
that?
they're a bunch of jokers. All right, another infraction. You can call pass out while passing between members of the team. The ball crosses the sideline or the center line. That's a pass out. Ball over is when the ball rebounds off the defending player, the crossbar or goalpost, and crosses back over the central line.
What would be the penalty for bringing your own bell and jingling it as a decoy?
The penalty would be being very rude, and I wouldn't suggest it, Jordan. There's also delay a game, third time throw, illegal defense, short ball, high ball, long ball, touching, eye shades without permission, unsportsmanlike.
What's highball?
What's eye shades?
There's way too many questions going on. You get to pick one or the other. Short
Eye
ball
shades.
or eye shades.
Eye shades.
I do want to. Okay. Eye shades.
I don't know. It doesn't say what eye shades are.
Okay, that's bullshit.
That
We get
comes to an
another
end.
go.
Another Weird Sports!
Citizens of Podcast Town, this brings to the close another sports podcast. But before we go, Phil would like to give you our contact information.
You can email us at sportspodcast@gmail.com. That's sportspodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet at us at sports3podcast. That's at sports3podcast. You can find us on Facebook by searching Sports Podcast, your little top bar thingy. You can find us on Stitcher Radio. Download the Stitcher app today at stitcher.com and search Sports Podcast. You can find us on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/comedypodnet. And while you're there, make sure to check out me playing Tecmo Super Bowl as the Detroit Lions. You can find us on iTunes by searching Sports3 Space Podcast. That's Sports3 Space Podcast. While you're there, please rate and review. It helps us out a ton. Or you can find all of our back episodes at comedypodcastnetwork.com.
And every time you say download the Stitcher app, I think you're going to say download the Stitcher app and save.
Yeah, there it is.
Does anybody know where this statue of a pelican came from?
You're talking about the Sicilian pelican.
It was in her closet.
What?
Is that going to be an issue? I think they might have left it behind.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, lights off.
You have received this transmission from the Comedy Podcast Network. For more shows, visit comedypodcastnetwork.com.